Now, once you've got your wires sorted out, you've got your system picked out, you have to connect it to something in order to be able to play it. Most schools and libraries, somewhere in their building, have a TV, especially one of these old-fashioned tube TVs. These can be used with these systems. Unless your TV is more than 20 years old, it is probably compatible already with the red, yellow, and white connector that we saw earlier. Even a big TV like this, these are great because they have a large screen, easy to use. They have often a necessary audio-video cart with them. Makes it portable. You can push this anywhere to have your gaming and use the shelves to set up your system, much like the DVD and VHS players are here. On the back of the TV is where you'll find it. Connector, we're going to turn this around and show you that most TVs will have somewhere between 1 and even 7 or 8 connectors. On the back of here we have these yellow, white, and red connections for the audio-video component. Very easy. Some of them have multiple inputs. You just plug those cables right in there. We'll see that momentarily in our connection segment. This one, in fact, has an S-video, upgraded video, as well as a RGB, a multi-component video. So this TV is compatible with multiple versions of our connection cables. So if you have this, you can use any or all of them if you'd like to. It's up to you to what level you'd like to go. We always recommend using the highest video setting you can, in this case the red, green, and blue. But if you want to, you have the option to use anything that came with it, because sometimes you have to buy upgraded cables to make the picture better. It is really only noticeably better for those who are video game aficionados and those who really enjoy high definition picture. For those of you lucky enough to have donors or to have a friends group that's willing to buy you a flat screen TV, these are wonderful for gaming. They're actually pretty much meant for gaming. They have high definition connections, a fast rate on the TV, and they're much lighter and more portable than typical, especially large tube TVs. They can be mounted like this one is on a mobile cart, or can stand alone on a table and the system can be set up next to it. These things, much like our larger variant of the TV, have connector ports on the back and side. In this case, they're on the back and can be blocked a little bit. This is one of the downsides of having one of these carts, is that you sometimes have to work around the framework in order to do it. So sometimes we recommend making sure before you purchase one of these carts that the plugs are more easily accessible. However, this one has multiple plug types. In fact, it has the red, yellow, and white connector. It has the S-video connector. It has the red, green, and blue video connector. And finally, it has the most upgraded HDMI connector on it. Full HD video, sometimes 1 or 2 ports even on there. And you can connect it in what's called 1080p, or the highest resolution currently available on standard TVs. So when you're connecting to one of these, you can get the best gaming experience possible, but there is a higher price to pay when purchasing these TVs. Typically a flat screen TV like this will cost you from $350 and up, whereas one of the large tube TVs, if you don't already have one, can be had for free if you ask for donations, or can be purchased cheaply at a secondhand store. The final option for connecting a game system for playability is the projector. Many libraries have a Dell projector, a old Epson projector, something like that lying around. Almost all of them are compatible with current gaming systems, especially if you use the red, yellow, and white connectors. This is a more recent model of projector. This is a high definition projector that does not have sound, so it does require a separate set of speakers to be connected. Any sort of standalone speakers will work, but can connect to any game system through video. On the back of this projector are multiple component hookups. These hookups include our yellow connector. Remember, there's no audio, so you will not see the red and white connector on here. They have the S-video connector. There is a red, green, and blue connector here. And finally, it has 2 HDMI or full high definition connectors on the back. This projector can connect with any version of a game system's audio-video connection, as long as you provide speakers to go with it. Or, if you don't want the sound, this may be a good option for having gaming that is just video. It does not disturb the people around you, especially if you have a very small space or a very crowded space. These projectors can be used, especially the newer ones, have such good projection capability that they can project on a screen, as you can see behind us here, or can project on a blank wall. Many of them work on blank wall even if it is not perfect white. They have color correction built into them so that you can correct for a light blue wall, a light green wall, a yellow wall. Any of those will work. And many of the kids who will be playing these games don't really care a whole lot. They're happy just to see it. These have the advantage of being able to be set up almost anywhere that has an open space, and can be much larger in format than a TV or a flat screen. They can be up to 10 or even 20 feet. In the case of perhaps setting up in a gym or setting up in a large area like a park with a large inflatable screen, these allow for a huge format video and can be used for things like standard movies. If you show movies in regular definition or with a projector like this, even in Blu-ray, high definition, you can use this for multiple functions. It does not have to be just solely for gaming. But if you have an old projector lying around, why not give it some new life and use it for gaming? You don't have to buy a TV that way.